Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I think renters in North Dakota need to have some kind of protection and some kind of money back.
Renters in North Dakota could be getting a state income tax break amounting to a couple $100s. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Stephanie has the evening off. Lawmakers in North Dakota are talking about a tax credit for people who rent their home or apartment. Now, if it passes, tenants could get nearly $400. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson shows us how this would impact the community.
You can't get far these days without seeing construction of a new apartment complex.
Owning a home or trying to buy a home now is almost impossible for young couples. I think they rent to try and get ahead.
Mike McMorrow rents an apartment in Fargo to avoid the maintenance that comes along with owning a home.
I'd like to see North Dakota get some renters' rights, and a start would be rent rebate or taxes back on the rent.
While McMorrow is thinking about what he could do with an extra $390, renters in Moorhead are already getting some cash back.
You know, each of the properties pays taxes, and Minnesota has a way of making sure that the renters get some of the benefit from that.
Lisa Vatnsdahl, Moorhead Neighborhood Service Manager, says it works a little differently in Minnesota than it would in North Dakota. Renters on her side of the river get a percentage of rent back, and she thinks North Dakota should get on board.
It benefits the consumer, it's good for the local economy, and it makes rent more affordable. So anything we can do to further the affordability of housing throughout the metro area is good for our community.
But if the tax credit in North Dakota doesn't pass, Vatnsdahl thinks renters should consider the other side of the river.
It's a good offset. So when you're considering rental rates between the communities, unless North Dakota gets it, that's another factor that you could consider when you're considering your cost of living.
A North Dakota House committee will take this idea up Monday. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
The House is also talking about another rental issue as well. The bill is aimed at making sure that victims of domestic violence, stalking, and sexual violence can find adequate and safe housing. To another big story on this Friday, of course, it's the weather. It was a wild commute this morning for most around the area. Numerous car crashes, people slipping on the ice almost everywhere. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric joins us live now. And Bradford, we had a lot of welcome warmth this afternoon, but how's it looking out there tonight?
That's right, Mike. The sun is down now, and some of this slush here, as you can see right here, is now starting to freeze back up. It might still be a little bit liquidy, but it's really starting to freeze back up now. But this morning, postal workers, students walking to class, and even area chiropractors were impacted by the slick conditions. The Postal Service always braves the weather, and one carrier says this morning was interesting.
A couple rear ends. People have not got out to ice their sidewalks, so it's creating very dangerous situations for us.
For other folks starting their Friday adventures, it resembled more of a shuffle than a walk.
I went to work about 11, a little bit before, and it was still pretty icy over in the residential areas. It wasn't until I got to Broadway that I could actually walk and put my feet down.
It was a little slippery walking to class. I mean, I felt like I should have worn my ice skates. just kind of scooting around.
And those who fall, according to one chiropractor, are the young ones.
You know, I would say they're younger people. I think the elderly are a little more intelligent, and they know how to avoid it. So I think it's those warriors that get out there and they think that they can handle it, and sure enough, back they go.
I talked with Sanford Health earlier today, who told me that well over a dozen people came in after falling on the ice. Their message is the same as ours: please be careful. Now, Hutch, I understand that overnight and this morning there was some rain. It froze on contact with the ground, but we could be in for a repeat performance, I hear. Is that right?
Yeah, we have some slippery weather making its way towards us, Bradford, as we head into the weekend, and this fancy pants graphic back here help spell it out. We're going to have rain that will freeze on that frozen surface. The surface down to about 4 feet deep is below freezing. So even though we've had these wonderfully warm temperatures, it doesn't take long once we get out of the sunny hours of the day for things to freeze back up. Saturday night into Sunday, areas of freezing rain and areas of flat out snow will move through. 1 to 3 inches of snow isn't a lot. It doesn't come with a lot of wind, but it certainly will come with a lot of slick conditions. 36 right now with a west wind in Jamestown, and here's a look across the region. Slipping into the 30s here in the valley. Hey, this storm system hasn't really formed yet, so there is a chance that our forecast will be modified as we go through the next couple of days. Stay tuned to us here on Valley News Live. 30s this evening, quiet weather. Enjoy it while you can. We hit 46 degrees in Fargo today, well above average. We have more above average temperatures, but a trip down into the Arctic air mass coming our way too. I'll have details in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch. A Minnesota couple has been charged with theft by swindle for a return scheme they allegedly carried out at the American Girl store at the Mall of America. Officials say Henry Cho and his wife Jennifer purchased American Girl merchandise on a discount website. They then returned them at the mall for a full price without providing receipts. Store officials say that the returns took place on 30 dates between October of 2013 and November of last year. Officials believe the total loss to the store is in excess of $5,300. If they are found guilty, they each face the possibility of 10 years in prison and a $20,000 fine. It's Friday. Time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police are looking for this gentleman. Johnny Logan is his name. He's wanted for felony terrorizing. He's 31 years old. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighs about 200 pounds. Call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Logan's whereabouts. And if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. The phone number is on your screen, 701-237-6576. Call that number and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case. The sports bubble in South Fargo is back up, but it's not quite open yet. Multiple repairs are still being completed after the bubble popped in December from mechanical issues. The owner, Jeff Olson, is still calculating the loss in revenue of his seasonal business. Olson hopes to have the bubble back open by the start of February, as this is typically the busiest time of the year. The bubble is used for many sports, including golf, flag football, softball, and cricket. It's not road construction season yet, but your drive to work, school, or shopping on Monday morning might take you a little longer if you're using Main Avenue. One lane in each direction on Monday between 10th and 12th Streets. Sewer repairs will be going on during that stretch. And though you'll be able to get through, there is a liable that you will be a bit of congestion there. So you're encouraged to find another route. And you'll have to deal with that lane closed business until the end of each week. Well, there's some good news for hundreds of Fargo homeowners. FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, is going to allow what it calls a basement exception in the National Flood Insurance Program. Now, the city of Fargo has one, but FEMA was looking at taking it away when the new floodplain maps came out. Had FEMA not approved the exception, homeowners in the floodplain could have seen flood insurance premiums skyrocket. The city heavily lobbied for the exception, and Mayor Tim Mahoney credits Senators Heitkamp and Hoeven for their efforts.
We've been working with FEMA and the city of Fargo to reinstate the basement exception for flood insurance. This was necessary because of the remapping of the floodplain for Fargo. So this is very important because it reduces the cost of flood insurance for homeowners in Fargo.
Mayor Mahoney says FEMA needed to be convinced basements are necessary around here because of summer thunderstorms that can spawn tornadoes. People in Larimore, North Dakota are coming together in a big way this weekend. They've been collecting donations, and tomorrow a live auction is going to be held to benefit victims of that train school bus crash earlier this month. It's happening at the Larimore American Legion at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. The Legion will be making French dip sandwiches. That sounds great, and volunteers will bring dessert. If you have any last-minute items to donate, you can bring them to the Bremer Bank, Citizens Community Credit Union in Larimore, or the Grand Forks Sam's Club. You can also make monetary donations at Bremer and Citizens Banks in care of Larimore Strong. It's been one disaster after another for 85-year-old Clem Cassette, who lives near Kindred. He lost his mobile home to a tornado in September on his 85th birthday. And just before Christmas, disaster struck again when a fire destroyed his well house. That left him without no running water. and he's still living without water. His granddaughter Stephanie is organizing a silent auction and benefit to give Grandpa Clem a hand. It's going to be tomorrow at the El Zagel in North Fargo. It's going to run from 2 until 5. In addition to the silent auction, there's going to be lemonade, baked goods, and musical entertainment. Now, Stephanie said she's trying to raise enough money to get Grandpa into a different house. Good luck. Later on Valley News Live at 6, it's never too early to start planning for your summer ride on the water, and you can do so at the annual boat show.
Beautiful colors in the western sky tonight. If you missed it, here's our tower cam time lapse. It looks like we have some slippery conditions for our Saturday night. I'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast right after this.